Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Luke. I went to school with Andy.
Andy? Who's Andy? Am I at the right wedding?
Well, I thought I'd call him Andy and that. We'd try and appear civilised, like he was a decent, upstanding man and everything.
So we're talking about my brother, who's been called Wally for as long as I've known him.
Yes, I believe even your parents call him Wally.
How are you going to make him appear civilised? A man who has a tattoo of a British bulldog on his arm with GBH on boxing gloves. A man who also swore no less than 50 times on your wedding video. How are you going to make this man appear civilised?
Well, I thought I'd tell a lot of lies, smile a lot, look quite sincere and nod like that. Sincere nod, that kind of thing, but I suppose the crowd want more of a character assassination. A
bit like the X Factor with drunkenness and petty crime. Well, to be fair, exactly like the X Factor.
But before we get into all that, we'd like to say a few thanks, particularly thanks to Wally and Sam's parents for organising the day and putting so much hard work into it.
Yeah, we've had a wonderful day so far. Everything looks so amazing, it's been so fantastic. I mean, look at the cake, Sam's mum made that, that's truly fantastic, isn't it?
We'd like to say thanks to you guys, the guests, for coming and sharing in this special day.
A day which might not have happened if Wally didn't have this sort of special immunity to snake venom.
And by a special immunity to snake venom, we mean that he's a big lad, isn't he? Let's face it. And it would probably take all of the poisonous creatures in the UK to knock him down.
Yes, we are of course referring to the time when Wally got bitten by an adder.
If you look on the internet, it'll say that the adder is a very reclusive creature. Adder bites are extremely rare, and an adder will only bite when extremely provoked.
Like when a 20-stone man, after drinking 10 pints of Nuki Brown, comes chasing it saying, "Let's get the snake!"
It was nice of you to bring him those jelly snakes in hospital, though, when he was getting that litre of anti-venom into his ass.
Well,
Because they'd never seen a snake bite before in James Cook Hospital, all of the junior doctors and nurses were there watching it all happen. Wally with his arse on shore. And they had to massage it into it as well, because it was like a jelly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was nice.
You enjoyed watching it.
Well, I am a nice guy.
Put it on YouTube.
Speaking of avoiding snakes, though, Phil, I've seen you looking at the ladies on the wedding.
Well, all the ladies do look so beautiful, don't they? Speaking of the ladies, we'd like to say a special thanks to the bridesmaids for doing such a wonderful job, and it's so nice that Sam has such wonderful friends and family to take part.
Well, it sounds like a toast in order then, Phil, if you'd all like to be upstanding. To the bridesmaids. To the bridesmaids.
The bridesmaids.
To the bridesmaids. Speaking of immunity to snake venom, if any of the guests are worried about being bit by an adder, what do you reckon they could do? Is there some sort of special diet that could go on that would help them in such a terrible situation?
Yeah, snake bites are a common problem in the London area, I've heard. But you mean, how do you go from being cross-country champion in Lawrence Jackson? I was in bottom set for games. He was in top set, top runner. I'm not bitter. top goal scorer in Lawrence Jackson School footy team. Tony was a football coach. How do you go from that to being the fine figure of northern manliness? Typical northern gent. How do you do it? How would you do it, Phil? How would these ladies and gentlemen do that if they wanted to do it?
Well, I'll let you run this place into a secret. It's called a parmo. And Wally eats lots and lots of them. At least 5 a day, easy.
Now, if you don't know what a parmo is, think of it like a pizza, but instead of bread for the base, it's a meat base. Now, what we want to know is how do I make one? Let's pretend I own Romeo's Pizza on Gisborough High Street. A pizza shop that, if you're familiar with the scores on the door system, got 0 out of 5 scores on the door, and was described by the Borough Council as, "We have no confidence in the management's ability to produce food safely." Didn't stop Wally, this is all true, you can look it up, didn't stop Wally eating it, didn't stop him. He likes it even better, he likes a bit of dirt on his parmo. But how do you make one, Phil? How do you make one?
Well, for a start, you take some sort of meat, like a fox, a squirrel, a great dog. I mean, I've even seen Wally looking at pictures of Sam's horse.
That family of foxes who are living in your garden mysteriously disappeared, haven't they?
Yeah, the foxes
I don't know where have they gone, Wally? Have you eaten that fox's babies? What? So you get the meat and you pound it with a fence post, but anything heavy that you find in a skip will be fine.
Yeah. Then you put it in the microwave for 10 minutes. While it's in the microwave, you make a white cheese-like sauce, which is basically polyfiller and dandelions.
You can use daffodils that you got off a roundabout at a pinch.
Anything yellow will make it look cheesy.
Anything yellow that makes it look cheesy will do. Then you want to serve it to Wally as a perfect accompaniment. It says here to 12 cans of smooth. He's never drunk 12 cans, has he? It's normally 24, 48. Multiples of 24 normally. For a Tuesday night, that's alright.
But to be fair, at one point we were worrying about Wally, weren't we? We thought he had some sort of eating disorder. He's been sick every time I see him lately, he's throwing up. There's something wrong with him, isn't there, surely?
He's been sick, that's right. We were really worried about him and his bulimia. The first time he stayed around Sam's parents' house, he was sick in her bedroom in the bedroom bin.
I'm in the back of Sam's dad's taxi.
Back of Sam's dad's taxi, and he was sick in the back of the garden at the Stag Do, wasn't he?
Why?
And he was sick in the bottle bin behind the fox. Why would you be sick in a bottle bin? Secretive, very secretive, these bulimias.
Seriously though, it's not been all palm oils and beef for Wally though, has it?
Really? I think sometimes he drives a crane, but to be honest, I think when he's up there, he's eating palm oils.
Actually, when you're talking about that, it reminds me of the story when Wally told me that he was working on site with another crane, and instead of going down to get his bait, he got the other crane to lift his bait up.
Now, the problem with the tower crane, ladies and gentlemen, is it has a maximum load capacity of 8 tons, which is it's not enough to carry Wally's bait box up. You've got to split it into parts and manage to do that. It's a very tricky lift. As Wally's a professional crane driver, it's alright, it's fine.
In all seriousness though, Wally has recently become a father and he's taken to it like a duck to water.
Yeah, we're really proud of the way he's helping to raise Holly. Beneath this gruff exterior, he's become a really loving and caring dad.
But in my personal opinion, I think he's gone a little bit soft. I think he's gone way too far. I mean, his Facebook statuses, and these are real,
genuine Facebook statuses. This is a typical Wally Facebook status pre-Holly. Going into Kingston to get mashed for a change.
It's gone from that to...
My beautiful daughter, 6 months old today, and she's still smiling even though she has a cold. Kiss. I like the little kisses at the end. Hey, she can't read your status up there. It was a kisses for.
But to be fair, me and Luke are both, we're over the moon. We're so happy to see them together. Especially that Sam's managed to take Wally and partially civilise him. He's sort of a normal man.
Yeah, she's a wonderful lady, and we knew they were right for each other as soon as they met. Like, the first time we met Sam, Wally had this look in his eyes like, can you two pretend to be normal in 5 minutes? so you don't mess it up with this wonderful lady. And to be fair, we lasted at least 5 minutes.
So we would like to wish them all the best of everything in life.
And remember that the best things in life aren't things.
So I would like to ask you to all be upstanding.
Okay, yeah.
Not that
hard, mate.
You know it's the same.
And we'd like to propose a toast to the Waltons.
The Waltons!
Excellent best men. Ladies and gentlemen, that that really does conclude the formal part of the afternoon. But before the bride and bridegroom leave the room, I, on your behalf, would like to propose the traditional toast to the bride and bridegroom. Health, wealth, happiness, long life and fertility. And I'm sure with me, ladies and gentlemen, you wish this super couple an absolute abundance of each and every one of those wishes, yes? Yes. Andrew and Andrew, lovely couple. 3 cheers for bride and bridegroom. Hey! We can do better. Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Thank you. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, you could be upstanding while the bride and bridegroom leave the room. Because there was much applause as they leave, as you did when they entered, that would be absolutely wonderful. Thank you.